getting back together was the last thing I ever wanted to do, you know. And your lovely film, has the narrative of it and the way it's gone and the stuff that it's made us think about, what happened to us afterwards and stuff like that. It's compelled us. The narrative has compelled us to come back together, almost so people can see the damage, you know, inverted commas, and see the goods, you know, and getting back together last night, it was a worry because the feelings are different. When we were younger, we were building something, we were making something, and we were full of that rock and roll politic, that rhetoric. We were desperate to get across. We were, mercenaries for something new. We were desperate to stand up for rock and roll because we lived over in Hollingbury. All we heard was dance music. Dance was taking over the world, had its own drugs, had its own clothes. Rock and roll had none of it, had no danger, it had lost its spirit. We were desperate to give it back. All of that was inside us, so every time we turned up to rehearse, to play, it was going to war. It was the crucible, it was the sharp end of us, you know. But yesterday, none of that was there. I was lost. I've defined my motivation, and it sort of swung around a bit, didn't it? It was a bit shit, and then bam, the button was pressed, you know, and the fire was back. And also that thing in your head where you just go, well, hang on a minute, this was pretty good, you know. And when we were in it in the past, because we were in it, we were constantly depressed. I was, because the information we were getting back was always negative, wasn't it? It was always negative. And we always felt we're on the back foot all the time. We're not getting our message across, you know. And in all of that, the music, all your sense of reality of that particular moment was distorted and warped. And for a lot of the time, I was thinking, this is not making sense. This is shit. This is all shit. You know, the band's shit. You know. And last night when I heard it as an outsider, even though I was playing in it, the band was fucking good. You know, really, really good. You know, properly good. And I smiled, and bam, we were back in it. You know, it was brilliant. It was just totally a wonderful, cathartic experience. And my worries of, you know, because I always thought the band should live in a bubble, because on YouTube and stuff like that, the band looked fantastic. The rhetoric's there, the fire, the spirit is exploding everywhere on YouTube, the live clips and so forth. And I didn't want to molest that. I didn't want to have that bubble molested, you know. And I don't think because of the film, because it's maybe people's natural curiosity to see what's left. You know, the film gave us an excuse, and still hold our heads up. You know, so that was my experience of last night in a short sentence.
Oh, can you outdo that?
No fucking way.
No.
How shit was it at first?
It was pretty bad. Yeah, we were unfocused, a bit like, what are we doing? Are we going through the motions, or is there something else underneath this? And then it kicked in. Chemistry happened again, like it did 20 years ago, and off we went. And it was full speed ahead. So, but I always wanted this to happen eventually. In my heart, I know maybe everybody else didn't, but I always wanted it to happen eventually, because I never felt like we finished it off. It was a bit of we fell off a cliff. We should have jumped. Do you know what I mean? We weren't pushed. Don't get me wrong, but we needed to do something that would bring it all to its conclusion, and the film has given it a great bloody excuse to do that. And when we started going and it clicked in, all that fire came back and all that passion came back, and I loved it, man. Loved it.
No, 20 years ago, we all had a uniform. We all looked the same. But inside, we were all different. So we looked the same, but hated each other, anger, everything. Last night, we don't have that uniform anymore. But it felt like we were together again. Because what we were feeling was the same. And that was nice. That's put it to bed for me. Because I never said goodbye to these guys. It just stopped. And that's a long time, 18 years, without having to say goodbye to anyone. And last night, it was nice to do that. And then the rain shower, as we left the studio, it just washed all the anger away, because there was a lot of anger. It's all gone now. It's all gone. Which means I can't play like I used to anymore, because there's no anger left anymore. So yeah,
You need it.
yeah.
You need that hatred.
You need that
That,
hatred.
you know, fucking
wankers.
Yeah. Wish I'd never met them.
You managed to smash a few sticks today, so
Yeah, that's just bad technique. That's not anger, that's just being crap.
I sawed through them earlier.
It's not what you used to do in my sticks.
what did you used to do instead?
Moving on to Patrick.
Like when we got dropped by the record label, I could not face, doing it again. Even with these guys, let alone with some other musicians. I admire all three of them, and they've all gone on and done these great projects and great bands. I just couldn't. I'd had enough, And there's a lot of bullshit, but we really did go to school together, and we really did grow up together. At least some of us. And for me, it was just like, the band was an extension of growing up and my social life, and we did well to get as far as we did. And then when it went bandy and we got dropped, so like for me, that was the end. I was sick of it. I was sick of going around playing these like endless venues. People had lost interest. No one was really turning up. I didn't have the heart for it again. So I looked at a map. And I found, I looked at a map of the world and thought I want to get as far away from this as I possibly can. And I did. I went down to the South Pacific. I just, I worked for 6 months. Just got some money together and took off. And for me, and that was the right direction to go in. And I've never looked back. I've never even worried about it until now. I think your film's great. It's a good film to make, and I think it's the right thing for us to get together and do a song, make friends, and finish the film off.